parent in the relationship telling your spouse what needs to be done, what chores need to be done, when and where and why? Or are you the kid in the relationship?
Not good. That's the becoming a clash.
Oh, yeah. We are two as one. We are on number seven of a series of 10 of Why Do Couples Argue? We would love to cut that short and just nip that in the bud and prevent a lot of that arguing because it's too much stress. Nobody needs more stress. So, what happens many times in relationships is that I think sometimes somebody gets lazy and takes the other for granted and just kind of will slide along as long as they can, getting away with as much as they can, and the other just picks up the slack, and that's not good. That does not lead to a very good dynamic.
It is dangerous and it's gonna
Yeah.
jeopardize the relationship. And it's important to read your partner. Could be in many situations. If you let your partner take advantage of you, that's a problem as well. But it could be something that maybe he's working overtime, having a long days, having not enough energy to accomplish the duties that he or she is supposed to do. And as a couple, it's important for you to read between lines, and you may need to jump and do some stuff.
Yeah. And I think the big thing is to what is the pattern? I always look at patterns of behavior, right? And if you have a pattern like we do, that we're both pitching in, we both, I mean, you are so energetic, you're always doing stuff. You see something and you take care of it. There are a lot of people, they see something, pretend they don't see it, walk right by, hope the other person takes care of it, uh, doesn't mind that it piles up. And that is, again, that part where you end up in trouble with a relationship because that gets really old. Um, but yeah, there are times, sometimes there's just different fluctuations in what's going on in your relationship. Maybe somebody's gone back to school, maybe they're doing a lot of overtime. And that's that part where when you can communicate, whether you're the one who's, let's say I'm doing a lot of overtime and I'm really tired. It's like, oh man, Andres, I am so tired. I just need to chill on my next day off and not do anything. And because I'm always pitching in and doing my part, it's no big deal. It's like, yo, please take a day and rest, right? And vice versa. It's always a two-way street when it comes to relationship.
We are at the number seven of the this series, and it seems like a communication. It's the key factor in a relationship.
Always.
And if you're in a relationship that you don't feel free to express yourself and says, hey, I'm extremely tired today. It's I just want to chill, and the other person, your partner, is gonna judge you, or something is wrong. It's something that needs to be addressed immediately.
That is a fact, yes, because that means that there's either a power struggle or, hey, I know the big thing, everybody is a narcissist these days. You say something I don't like and you're a narcissist. Now, not everybody's a narcissist, but there's a lot of people who have some relationship trauma and issues and skills that need to be taught. And you can only do so much in a relationship unless if your partner is willing to be open and listen. But many times it is that part of you have to be able to own your own behaviors and take accountability for it, and then go ahead and learn how to listen to your partner, without, like you said, without judgment, because it's not as though I can't see that you're working a lot and you're working a lot of overtime. And guess how I feel when I work a lot? I get tired. So if I get tired when I work a lot, maybe you will be really tired when you work a lot. So, and it's those things that many times it's as though spouses have no empathy for each other, but you really need, this is supposed to be somebody you love, right?
Right.
So if you are not in a place where you are ready and willing to put yourself in their shoes and have some compassion for what they're doing, then again there's something wrong.
Yeah, was beautiful. Yesterday, I shared with you some wedding pictures that this amazing photographer was um, doing for this couple, and one of the pictures that got my attention, it was I don't know how he did it, but somehow the husband was
Outside
outside, and the image of the wife was reflecting
window.
in the window, and so so he got the picture, the face of the wife was in the back of the guy, like a, it's I'm in your back, I'm holding you, and it was, damn, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when I asked you which one is your favorite picture, you told me that's it was several pictures in that work, but that one, that's how we need to feel in a relationship. You need to be supported by your loved one.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, and again, that support goes both ways. Yes, I like to lean on you physically, but emotionally too sometimes. But you are also a human being, and that sometimes you can lean on me, whether it's emotionally, or physically, right? And and that's what we need to do. If you've ever heard of Brene Brown, she's a quite famous psychologist probably, and does a lot of work with regards to vulnerability and such, and there's one that she talks about how her and her husband, they communicate, that you're talking about how we both come into this relationship with 100%. Now, not everybody, every day are you going to be at 100%. So what she and her husband, they do is like, today I'm at 40%. What do you got? So maybe he's at 90, or maybe he's at 30. It's like, okay, well, so all right, you're at 30. I'll pitch in as much as I can to we can get somewhere close to 100% at least between the two of us. And but the point is that this way they're being proactive and they're sharing where they are. So this way, by being proactive, uh, we've already we're already discussing how are we going to handle this day when we have a little less energy, or maybe I have extra energy because of whatever. I had a nice relaxing weekend or whatever, and I had really good sleep, and you had a crappy night for whatever reason. So I have more to put in the today. Tomorrow it'll be different, but we are on the same page with regards to we're in this together and we are a team.
Definitely, that's something that we can improve, and I'm gonna stick a battery picture in my forehead with a 50. It's gonna be easy for you to read.
You're like an energizer bunny. I think you got a lot of energy.
Not always.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great idea.
But yeah, I think another thing with regards to chores and who does what. Many times there might be actually things that almost works itself out naturally. Maybe like for us, it's like you are really good at, and fortunately you also like cooking. I don't know if you like cooking every single day, but you're really good at it. And I love to eat, and I hate to cook. Also, on the other hand, I really enjoy doing the laundry and folding it just so, getting the stacks in this way or whatever, and that's not your thing.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
something that I'm not
Yeah, no.
gonna enjoy.
So,
But I like to cook because, you know, when I was a kid, I never had the opportunity. When I moved to United States, I didn't know how to cook, and I had to learn because of circumstances. And then when I we started to living together, so to me that was a way to express my love. So that's what I always do in the kitchen. It's a way to show how much I love you.
mm,
And
Yeah.
same thing when I have to cook for my child. And by the way, I'm teaching him how to cook, and he loves as well. And he likes to eat.
He likes to eat a lot.
Yeah.
We always have to tell him, okay, so this is lunch. Yes, we're gonna have another meal. This is dinner. 'Cause
Just to make sure, because he is always, what's the next meal?
is there gonna be another meal? Not that he's ever starved in his life. But back to the chores with regards to that maybe there's something that you're better at. Maybe one person's better at the money, dealing with the money, and the other one's like, oh, not so good. And so when you can lean into each other's strengths, then that's really nice. And it's really about just taking advantage of the fact that you are not the one and only person anymore because you're in a relationship, that you have somebody to share this with. And why not take advantage of the fact that one person's better at something than the other, and you can complement each other. It's almost like, okay, we have puzzle pieces and they fit in perfectly, right? So and if you happen to like the same things and hate the same things, then you're just gonna have to figure it out. Or maybe you take turns, maybe you do it together to motivate each other. It's like, okay, we both hate doing the finances, but by golly, we have to do it. So let's sit together and we can support each other in that, right? Again, remember that you are both building a life together. You are both you're both in here to and the more that you show up putting into the relationship, which is means doing the dishes, making the bed, picking up your clothes, don't be a slob, doing all those things, the more that you do that, the more, think of it also as love deposits into your love bank. Because really, if that's not done, you were mentioning a really good point before we got started on here, that when you see changes, okay, so let's say he, as he does the majority, 90% of the cooking, if not 99% of the cooking. And suddenly you're not doing it. And, I'm starting to wonder, I wonder why that is. And it's not because you're doing working overtime. You just come home and you're not wanting to cook anymore. And if you're not saying anything, then maybe I should go ahead and say, hey, honey, is there a particular reason why you're not cooking anymore? Do you want me to take over? You want me to pitch in? Is there something going on? Because there could be a lot of different reasons. Maybe you're just fed up and you're just like, oh God, I'm so overcooking. I can't anymore. Maybe you're starting, it's a sign of resentment. Maybe you feel as though I've just been mooching off of you and I'm not pitching in. And it's like, okay, you're not going to pitch in, then I'm not going to pitch in anymore, and doing that type of thing. So why not communicate about it to figure out what it is, so that we can maybe figure out what to do? Okay, well, maybe, let's think about a solution. Maybe you're just so tired of cooking all the time, and I really, whatever. Maybe then we just invest in one of those where the meal prep is already done. You just shove it in the oven and whatever. Maybe that's worth it, right? Um,
Yeah, and you as a couple need to be smart enough to pitch in something like that and immediately address, because if you just let it go, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger,
mm,
and as you let the time goes by, it's gonna be more difficult to talk about it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you can take care of that immediately, it's
yeah,
gonna be better for you as a couple. I never had this kind of a support in a relationship. That's something totally new for me in this relationship. And sometimes wow, it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, I, uh, in my past relationship, I was feeling guilt just to ask for a ride. I rather to pay somebody else to give me a ride to to share the car with my ex, and
God,
oh, that was a nightmare. But yeah, it's beautiful when you have someone who goes with you, and the things that you can accomplish as a couple in just few years.
yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because now you don't have so much energy going out to, living in survival mode and struggle and resentment and all that, right? Like, golly, you can't even ask your spouse for a ride?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
oh, you can get a public transportation. Kind of difficult in Florida.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, man, I think you paid off a lot of karma.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, yes. And maybe if you're with somebody who really doesn't think that they're doing that they think that they're doing a lot, but they're playing video games all night, whatever. I can't believe how much of that is going on. Seriously, y'all need to go to bed at night and sleep. When it's dark out, that's when we're supposed to sleep, for our circadian rhythms, for our energy, for our body, for weight management, for all the things. But whatever, you do you. I'm just telling you, it's not a good idea. But if you're with somebody who feels as though they're pitching in as much as they should, and the other person is, maybe it's something that you literally write down all the things that you do. It seems petty and annoying, but sometimes people have to see it physically. And so maybe you literally have a chore list, and you divvy it up, or maybe you cycle through the chores. The thing is, it doesn't really matter as long as it works for you. And there are a lot of different ways that you can go about it. And why not try different things until you find what works for you?
For you as an individual, and for you as a couple.
For sure. Yeah. So let us know, what are some ways that you have maybe overcome these kinds of issues. Maybe you're still stuck. Let us know if what any other topics that you want to hear about. If you know somebody who is experiencing some of these issues, share this with them. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Also,
there you go. If you are afraid to express yourself in a relationship, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, I would highly recommend then find a really good therapist. You can go online. There's probably thousands, if not millions of us out there. Find somebody that you resonate with, that feels good to you to work with, and do the work. And sometimes you can save the relationship. Sometimes it's time to say, see you later. It's been nice. Because I don't believe in the person that you're with is necessarily the same person you need to be with for the rest of your life. Because if sometimes you meet this person is just somebody that you were supposed to be with for a while, and there's nothing wrong with it. And I don't believe that we're here on earth in order to suffer and struggle through for years and years with somebody that you can't even ask for a freaking ride for.
Yeah, remember, life is too short to drive a boring car.
Go find a fun one. And with that, we love you. Go out and shine your beautiful inner light.